Hello, my name is Ivana Perez Mosquera, and I am talking about evolution of the natural antimicrobial phenolic compounds against food pathogens. Definition: phenolic compounds are one of the most diverse groups of secondary metabolites found in edible plants. They are found in a wide variety of fruit, vegetable, nuts, seed, stems, flowers, and represent a common constituent of the human diet.
Plants have an astounding ability to utilize complex biosynthetic pathways to create a wide array of products, each serving its own special role in basic supportive life, such as for energy or building blocks, and also for enhancing the likelihood of survival and reproduction, such as for resource competition or defense. Over time, humans and animals have learned to harness many of these plant compounds, referred to as secondary metabolites, to serve their own needs. The aim of this lesson is to introduce you to the major classes of medically relevant plant metabolites and discuss some of the basic mechanisms underlying their pharmacological action. We'll take a deep dive into one of the largest classes of plant compounds, the phenolics, and address other classes in future lessons. These are the major groups of natural products from plants that we'll cover in this and future lessons. Phenolics and polyphenols are represented by a very large group of natural products, including quinones, flavonoids, tannins, and coumarins, among others. These secondary metabolites play a key role in the chemical ecology of plants, including pigmentation of tissues, roles in defense, prevention of microbial infections, and more. Moreover, many of these compounds are relevant to human medicine due to a diverse assortment of biological activities. Terpenoids are highly volatile and tend to be associated with plant fragrances. Many of the plant compounds with psychoactive pharmacological activities belong to the alkaloid class. And then we have lectin, which are plant proteins, as well as polypeptides, or short chains of amino acids.
Application in nutrition. The antioxidants have renewed the interest of consumers using natural and safe alternatives. To address the need for natural and safe alternatives, several plant extracts have been used in the food industry for years. Previous studies have reported that natural plant extracts have the potential to improve the overall quality and extend the shelf life of food products.
Article, we focus on the fact that the scientific community and the food industry have developed an increasing interest for functional and nutraceutical properties of some nutrients and natural compounds in viewing of their incorporation in added value foodstuffs. Furthermore, the sector of functional foods and nutraceuticals was analyzed, highlighting the particular case of the use of phenolic compounds as bioactive ingredients either in functional foods or in nutraceutical formulations.
The enrichment can use natural sources from plants, mushroom or animal origin, but also synthetic compounds with improved biological activities. One example of bioactive ingredients are phenolic compounds, widely distributed among medicinal herbs and dietary plants. These compounds present a broad range of bioactivities such as antioxidant, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, anti-tumoral, and hepatoprotective effects. Furthermore, phenolic compounds are involved in several diseases prevention, such as cancer or cardiovascular diseases, among others. Any food, besides having adequate nutritional effects, can be classified as functional if it demonstrates benefits in human body relevant to improved health. In turn, nutraceuticals can be defined as diet supplements containing bioactive compounds or extracts and present positive physiological effects on the human body. Currently, food industry has developed different fortified food products to meet consumers' demands. Therefore, new functional food products have been developed by introducing the active ingredient at the correct dosage and without changing organoleptic and texture properties as
appreciated by the consumers. The acceptance of a specific functional ingredient is intimately related to consumers' knowledge of its beneficial health effects. The phenolic compounds are secondary metabolites of plants generally involved in the defense against aggression and pathogens, being the major antioxidants of our diet. Their main direct sources are fruits and plant-derived beverages such as fruit juices, tea, coffee, and red wine.
Pros and cons. Flavonoids are potent antioxidant free radical scavengers and metal chelators. They inhibit lipid peroxidation and exhibit various physiological activities. Cons. The food system, just like the healthcare system, is vulnerable to natural and artificial adulteration and contamination. Food is the ideal vehicle for the dispersion of harmful.
I'd like to end up this discussion by talking about antimicrobial compounds that are used to treat bacterial infections. And think we have a bacterial infection in us, we need to treat them with drugs that will kill the bacteria but will not harm us. In other words, the antibiotics or antimicrobial compounds have to be selective. They have to target things in the bacteria that are not present in our cells. Fortunately, this is relatively easy to do because bacteria are very different from eukaryotic cells. I'll give you an example of such selectivity. There is a class of antibiotics called the beta-lactam antibiotics, and these include the penicillins, the cephalosporins, and the carbapenems. They're called beta-lactam antibiotics because they have a chemical ring in them called the beta-lactam ring. These antibiotics target the synthesis of murine. Now, do you remember from an earlier lecture what murine is? In gram-positive bacteria, this forms a thick layer on the outside of the bacterium just above the cell membrane. And it's composed of sugar molecules joined together and cross-linked by amino acids of short length. On the right of this slide is a diagram of the synthesis of murine. Murine is exclusive to bacteria. It does not occur in eukaryotic cells. And on this slide are 4 different antibiotics, phosphomycin, cycloserine, vancomycin, and penicillin, which block different steps on the synthesis of murine. So these
Issue applied in Ecuador. Food is the ideal vehicle for the dispersion of harmful agents because of the ability to mask the harmful agents by strong flavors, strong odors, various texture, or intense color. There are more than 80,000 chemicals that can cause illnesses given the right concentration. Conclusion. Different natural antimicrobial of animal, plant, and microbial origin, directly or indirectly added to fresh cut fruit and fruit juices. Report effectively to reduce or inhibit pathogenic and spoilage microorganisms, thus representing a good alternative to the use of the traditional antimicrobials. Thank you.